Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Split the Atom by DT27. This was a recommendation where someone had solved this puzzle by DT27 and reached out to them to ask if they could recommend the puzzle and have it submitted to the channel. And DT27 said yes, and that I might be expecting more puzzles by DT27 in the future, which sounds great. So thank you to the person who recommended it, and thank you to DT27 for giving permission for this puzzle to be done. I've not heard of DT27. I haven't been hanging out in too many of the normal places recently because I get puzzles sent to me. I do need to spend some more time doing that, but finding time, particularly when recording a puzzle today, editing while I'm working a full-time job, and I've got a whole bunch of other responsibilities coming in as well, and I'm trying to find time for recreation and fun, and there's a lot going on, and this is a one-man job. So, yeah, it's tricky, and I've been trying to figure out how I keep this going, because there's more than just recording the puzzle. There's editing and curating and all of that sort of stuff. So it's actually a lot of pressure, and I've been trying to, yeah, it's been hard, and a lot of the people who helped me have had other things come up in their lives, so I've had to take a lot more on. Like a year ago, it was a lot easier than it is now, and there's more in my life, so yeah, I don't know what to do. So we'll just see how it goes. That's why the problem series has had to take a hiatus. The people who were helping me with that have had to step away, and it was just easy because it would just all come in a bundled package, and that's not happening at the moment. So I don't know what to do. But what I do know to do right now is let's have a look at Split the Atom by DT27. So what do we have? Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. That's normal Sudoku rules. We have green German whisper lines, and on these lines, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. We have a purple Renban line. This must contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So what we know about this is while it may contain 4, 5, and 6, and that would be a set of consecutive digits, they don't have to be in order. As you can see, this is out of order, but they do have to be a set of digits. If you were to take the three numbers off the line and sort them, they would be a run of digits. And cells separated by a black dot must be in a 1 to 2 ratio. Basically, one must be double the other. Not all dots are necessarily given, so there's a lot of dots in this grid, but it's possible that those two dots there, maybe, I don't know, I haven't looked, could be a 1 to 2 relationship. I don't know. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. And I just got a Discord message from someone I can't ignore, but I don't need to respond to it. Okay, so where are we looking? The first place I'm going to look is here. A run of 3 dots. Now, one of the things that about black dots that I've started thinking about, and I've mentioned this now a couple of dozen times, but it's a way I've started thinking about them. Any black dot must contain a low and an even digit because of the doubling. You double 1 to 2, you double 2 to 4, 3 to 6, 4 to 8. So one of the digits, because the next one is 5 to 10, and that doesn't work. So one of the digits must be low, one of the digits must be even. And if you ever start playing with parity and high-low, and we are going to be doing high-low on this, that matters. Because whisper lines also have an important high-low constraint. But because of the 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, 3, 6 only pair with each other, and you can never put a high odd digit on a black dot because low and even only. So you can never put 5, 7, 9, and 3, 6 only pair with each other. So these all see each other. So if I did 3, 6, I'd go back to 3, or 6, 3, I'd go back to 6. So these are from 1, 2, 4, 8, and it's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. The middle digit must be 2, 4, and these are from 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, the important thing about whisper lines, and I can see right away this is a 5, is because on a whisper line you can never put a 5, because 5 higher than 5 is 10 or higher, 5 or more higher, 5 or more lower is 0 or less, and those are not valid Sudoku digits. So any digit you place is either going to be lower than 5 or higher than 5. If you place lower than 5, you can't go down and maintain 5 difference because you leave the range of Sudoku digits, so you must go up, and because of the 5 difference you will leapfrog the 5 and enter high digits. If you start higher, then you can't go up, you'll leave the range of Sudoku digits. And if you go down, because of the 5 difference, you'll leapfrog the 5 and go lower. So along a line, you will always alternate high, low, high, low. So again, because you must have a low digit on a black dot, and you're always going to alternate high-low. I get feeling high-low is going to be important on this, but you can never put 5 on a German whisper line or on a black dot. So this had to be a 5. You can never put a 5 here, 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 or here now. So this is a 5. So 5s, I think, are going to be a starting off place on this. Can't put 5 on a black dot or a German whisper line. Can't put a 5 on a black dot. Can't put 5 there because of that 5. This is a 5. So 5 is now down in one of these two. 5 can never go on a German whisper line or a black dot. So this is a 5. 5 now can't go there or in any of those. So this is a 5, which means this is not a 5 and this is a 5. Am I going to get all the 5s? Yes, because 5 is now in that run, but it can't go on a black dot or a German whisper line. This is a 5. 5 is now right there, and that is all the 5s. Okay, now high-low colouring is probably going to matter for this, but I'm not sure how to kickstart it. So, not sure how to kickstart it at all. This 3 and this 1 are probably going to be important. There's probably a way of chaining the high-low digits. So this is also from 1, 2, 4, 8. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8. These are all from 1, 2, 4, 8. No, that's not necessarily true. They could be 3. So let's start colouring. These all, because of the alternating high-low, these all have to be the same, and these all have to be the same high-low. Two of these are low. I'm not seeing this yet. So 3 black dots. Well, hang on. Okay, 3 black dots. This is important because you can never use 2, 4 because you've got 1, 2. You can't use 2, 4 because the 3 black dots. You've got a 1, 2, a 3, 6, and a 4, 8. So they're the only things you can use. These are 7 and 9. Right, here's what's important. You can never put 5, 7, and 9 on a black dot, but all of those cells are on black dots. So these are 7 and 9. So those are high. So this is high. You must have a low digit on a black dot. These are low. This is from 6 or 8. This is a low digit, so these are high digits. Now this is 1, 2, if this is a 6, this is a 3. If this is an 8, this is a 4. This can't be a 3. So this is 1, 2, or 4. 1, 2, or 4 only. This is weird. This can't be a 3 because if this is a 3, this is a 6, and this is a low digit. So this is high. This is a low digit because it's on a line with 2 highs. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that can't be a 3. So 3 is in one of those two, but that can't be the 3 because that is 2 lows. So this is the 3, this is the 6. This is an 8, so this is the 4, and that's a 1, 2 pair. That's really cool. This is not the 8 anymore. That was really cool, by the way. That's not a 4 either. This is a 4 because of the 1-2 pair. So that's a low digit. This is a low digit. 4 means that this is the 2. 2, 4 means that this is an 8, and that green is high. That's a beautiful break-in. Purple is now low, and this is 1 or 3, which are both far enough away. This is 1 or 3, except the 1-2 means this is a 3, which means this is 8 or 9 to be far enough away. This is 8 or 9, but it has to be 9 because there's already an 8 in the box. This is also a 9. Absolutely gorgeous, by the way. 1 is in one of those two. These are, in fact, 1, 6, and 7. And this C's a 1 and a 6. That's a 7. So this is a 1, 6 pair. And that C's a 6. That's the 1, which is low. And that's the 6, which is, these are both high. I'm actually going to give the 5s another colour. I'm just going to make them grey so that they're out of the way. This is low. I should have marked that. This is high. This is low. Now these are 1, 7, and 9. And the 1 goes with either the 7 or the 9. That's not a problem. This is now 2 or 4. Now if that was a 4, that would... Well, the 9 makes that the 7 and that the 9. Oh, and this 1, invisible 1, made this 2 and this 1. So that box is fully resolved. This is now 8 or 9, which means that is high. There's no 9 in here, but this being high means this is high and this is low. So that's the 7 and the 1. This has got great flow, and this is a 2-4 pair. Now, if this is 4, that's 9. If this is 2, that's either. If this is 4, both of those are 9, and that can't be. And the reason that's the case is 4 is the only digit that's 5 away from 4 is 9. So this can't be the 4 because both of those would have to be a 9, and that doesn't work. So that's the 2, that's the 4, which means that's the 9. That can be 8 or 9. This is now 7, 8, or 9, but it can't be 9. And that all kicked from the one of the digits on a white black dot has to be low. Now I have to put a low digit on here, which will be a 3 or a 4, but I'm not sure I'm up to that yet. One of those is a 7, I think. Because those are different polarities. So one of those is a 7. There's also stuff going on here. If this goes down, this is the 4. And that can't be a 4. This can't go down. I can't put 4 in either of those cells. So this is a 5, but I can't put 4 in either of theirs. I can't put 4 there because of that. And if I put 4 there, this would have to be 2 or 8, and it can't be. So this is 5, 6, 7. And I can't put 7 on a black dot. This is the 6. This is the 7. This is the 3. These are both high. And this is a 3. So low, 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 low. Those are low digits and these are high digits. The only high digit available in this row is 7, which can only go next to 1 and 2. There's a 1 in that box, so this becomes the 2 and this becomes the 1. Really good flow on this. This is a high digit, which has to be a 6 or a 9. It can't be a 6 because 6 is too close to 3. That becomes the 9. The 3 makes this the 1, of course. This row is just missing a 6, which makes this a 3. High and low. This is an 8, by the way, because it's the only low digit left, and these are 2 and 4, which fortunately are in a black dot relationship. Would have been bad if they weren't. 8 can... Actually, it can go next to lots of stuff. Can't go next to 4. So this is a 1 or a 2 because it sees a 3. This is now the 9. Right. Right. It's one of those ones where there's so much information. Okay, I've got to put a low digit on. There's so much, sorry, finish my thought. There's so much information that sometimes it's like, where do I look next? Down here, there must be a low digit in this because each alternating part on a low line must have a low and a high. But I can't put a 1 on it because both of them C1s, and I can't put a 3 or a 4. So there must be a 2 down here. But that's not given me enough. This is a 2 or a 4, which means it's low. If this is a 2, it can't go to 1. So 2 would go to 4, and 4 would go to 2 or 8. There must be a high on this. So there must be an 8 or a 9 on it. 2 or 4. So this is, if it's 2, it's 1 or 4. And if it's 4, it's 2 or 8. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8. It's not 8. So it's 1, 2, 4. So it is low. In fact, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is also low. This is 1, 2, 4. It's not 1 or 2. This is the 4. Right, there you go. 4 on a whisper line can only go next to 9. So that becomes the high digit. This is low. And it's not 1, 2, or 4. This is 3. 3 can only go next to 8 or 9. So that becomes 8. That's the right place to look. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 6, and 7, which means that's not the 4 anymore. This is a 1, 2 pair. 4, 6, 7. There's no 7 there. There's no 6 there. There must be a 4 on this, because if I don't put a 4 on this, what's left is 2 and 8, which aren't next to each other. So there's no 4 there. I can't put 7 on a black dot. So that's the 6, which makes this the 3. So that becomes high and this becomes low. Lots of back and forthing deductions, but that's kind of cool. 4, whoops, don't push the wrong button. 4 and 7, because that's what's left by Sudoku. Low and high. This is the leftover high digit, which is the 8. Now this is 1, 2, or 3 only now. If this is a 1, this is a 2, and that would break that cell, so it's not the 1. If this is 2, right, this is a 3. Because if this is 2, this would either be 4, which would break that, or 2, 1, which would break that. So this is the 3, and this is the 6, which means this is the high digit. This is now a 1 or a 2. And it's not 2 because of those. So this is the 1, which is a low digit, which looks up making that 2, that 1, which looks down making that 2, and that becomes the 4. In this box, by the way, there's been a 6 forever. Wow, this has got some really, again, nothing too brutal, but just lots of beautiful push and pull. I love puzzles like this. This is a 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 7, and 8. This can't be a 2, so this becomes a high digit. You just get stuff, and the stuff you get just feels good. I love puzzles like this. This is a 7 or an 8. This is a 7, so this is a 1 or a 2. There's no 7 in there. This is 2 or 8. If this is 2... Well, if this is 8, this is 4. Actually, that would work. And if this is 2, this would be 1 or 4. So this is 1 or 4 either way. Either way makes that, whoops, either way makes that low. And you just get, like, you get this, you know, this gives you the parity of that. So either, whichever way this is, you get the parity of that, which gives you the parity of the line, which is going to give you another deduction, which is just nice. Because this has to be 8 or 9. And this is 1 or 3. And if this is 1, this would be 2. It doesn't work. So you get the 3. Everything is just feeding off each other. This is a 6, which is a high digit. Oh, the 2 gives you that as a 1, which gives you that as a 4. 4 makes that the 9. I've only got one low digit. If that was low, that would have to be low by the alternating polarity, and I've only got one low digit left, so this has to be the 2. You're having to use all the little tricks, but you don't have to extend them too far. So these are now 7 and 8. And the 7 here makes this the 8 and this the 7. The 8 looks up making this the 2 and this the 8. And that all works. Beautiful. 7 looks over making this the 8, which means this is not the 8. The 4 makes that the 2. This is 8 or 9 for the row, and the 8 makes this the 9 and this the 8. Now in here, I've got 4 and 7. So this is going to be the low digit. This is going to be the high digit. So this is the 4 and this is the 7. And that's the solution to split the atom. That's really, really cool. A puzzle where you're using all of the stuff and it just bounces off each other. It's basically Brownian motion in action. That's really cool. Um, DT27, that's the sort of puzzle that I think most people can just sit there and just go, yeah. And I know there's going to be people who go, there was nothing interesting in that puzzle. But you get, I feel rewarded from a puzzle like that because I get to go, I know these tricks and I get to use those tricks to give me something that, you know, there's a dopamine hit from that. You get to say, oh yeah, there's this, and then I get this, and then I get this, and then I get this, and it's a positive feedback loop, and people feel good from stuff like that. People feel that's what people enjoy. There's a reason that short form content is a huge thing. I mean, it doesn't generate as much revenue for people as does someone sitting down watching an hour and a half long video. But for people who are just looking for something fun, this is the sort of puzzle that I think they're going to bounce off a lot more. Yeah, I loved that. I would prefer to solve 4 puzzles like this than 1 hour and a half long puzzle. Absolutely. Almost every time. That was great. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed that. Thank you to the person who recommended it. Thank you, DT27, for giving permission. And I hope everyone else enjoyed it as much as I did. That was great. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying the content. And as always, good luck with your solving.